Bonjour and welcome to La Forêt. So, in our day to day life, we give commands, orders, or instruction to people. But do you know that how to do it in French? In French, this tense is called imperatif. And today we are going to learn about it in detail. So, if you want to master this topic, please don't miss out on anything in this video.
Starting with what is imperative. So imperative is a verb form used to give commands, orders, advices, request or encouragement. Before learning this concept, let's understand the idea behind it. So in our day-to-day life, we often tell people to do things which are more like commands, instruction, and that's why it is really important for you to learn imperative in French to improve your spoken French. For examples, arrête means stop and allons-y means let's go. Now I'll tell you some points that are really important to form imperative of a verb. First, it is based on the conjugation of present tense only. Means to form an imperative of a verb, we conjugate the verb in present tense only. For example, to say let's eat, we will take the new form because this command includes ourselves. And to conjugate in imperative, we will take the present new form of manger. So it will become mangeons for saying let's eat. Second, in imperative, we only use tu, nu and vous form because commands are given directly to someone. And here, these are the only person we can address. Third, we don't use the subject here. We just take the imperative conjugated form of a verb and don't add any subject before that. Fourth, we use exclamation mark in an imperative tense to show that we are telling people to do something. Now let's see the formation of imperative. For imperative, we take tu, nu and vous form. Here I am writing these pronouns just to show you the conjugation, but generally we don't add any subject in imperative. So here I am taking the verb finir, and to conjugate this in imperative, we will take the present tense of finir. So with tu, it becomes fini, with nu, it becomes finissons, and with vous, it becomes finissez. So now I'll remove all the pronouns, and this is how you conjugate a verb in imperative. So it becomes fini, finissons, and finissez, which is used to give command to finish any work. Now let's see some examples for each group of verbs. Let's start with the ER verbs. Now there's an important point that you need to take care of in ER verbs. So in Q form of ER verbs, we drop the S while conjugating in imperative. Let's understand it with the help of an example. Here I'm taking the verb parler and now let's conjugate it in imperative. So with you, it will be parle with S. But in ER verbs, we drop the S, so we will remove the S from here and it will become parle without S. Then for nous, it will be parlons and vous, it will be parler. So it becomes parle, parlons and parler, which is used to give command or instruction for speaking. The second most important point is that whenever the imperative in ER verbs is followed by E or O, we don't drop the S from Q form for the pronunciation. Let's understand it with the help of an example. So I am taking the verb aller here, which means to go, and the conjugation of aller in imperative will be va, allo and aller. So if we have to say go to the cinema, we will say va au cinéma for the informal singular cases, allo au cinéma, which includes the speaker also, and aller au cinéma used for formal or plural cases. But when we have to say go there, go ahead or let's go, we are going to use E here in imperative. And as I said before that whenever we use E or O in ER verbs, we don't drop the S from Q form in imperative. So we will keep the S in va and the conjugations will be vas-y means go ahead and go there, allons-y means let's go and allez-y. For the IR and RE verbs, we don't remove the S from the Q form. Let's take some examples. So the first one is choisir, which means to choose, and the conjugation of choisir in imperative will be choisis, choisissons, choisissez, which is used to give a command or instruction for choosing anything. Second is attendre means to wait for. Er verbs means to wait. And the conjugations of attendre in imperative will be attend, attendons and attendez, used to give instruction, command or advice for waiting. Now let's see how to use imperative in negation. The negative imperative is used when we tell someone not to do something. For examples, don't talk, don't go there, and etc. The formation of imperative in negation is same as it is in other tenses. So we take ne and pas and add the imperative verb in between. For examples, ne parle pas means don't talk, n'attendez pas means don't wait. Now for the cases where we use e or on, we use these two before the verb in negation. For example, vas-y in negation becomes n'y va pas, means don't go there. So you have to notice 2 points here. First is that e comes before the verb in negation. Second is that in negation we will drop the s from va even if we are using e here. Let's take second example for using en. So I am taking mange sans, and in the negation it will become ne mange pas. So here en comes before the verb and we will drop the s from mange, and it means don't eat it. Let's see how to use imperative in pronominal verbs. So pronominal verbs are the verbs used with reflexive pronouns. Examples: se lever means to get up, se laver means to wash oneself. So in imperative, the reflexive se becomes toi, nous remains nous, and vous also remains vous. And these three pronouns comes after the imperative verb. Let's take an example. So there's a sentence, nous lavons, means we get up. So to say it as in command, we will use the imperative here. For that, we will take the lavons first and the reflexive comes after the verb. So it will become lavons-nous, means let's get up. But when we use pronominal verb in negative imperative, we keep the reflexives in the same place, that is before the verb. So in negation, we take ne pas and the whole reflexive verb will come in between, which will become ne nous lavons pas, means let's not get up. Another important topic that how to use imperative with direct object pronoun. So a direct object pronoun can replace a direct object which can be a person or thing. And we use le, la and les as a direct object pronoun for the masculine, feminine and singular. Let's take an example. Je lis le livre means I read the book. Now if we have to replace the direct object here, which is le livre, by the direct object pronoun, we will say it like I read it and it will become je le lis. If you know about COE or COD, you can understand it easily, and even if you don't, then I'll suggest you to watch the videos on this topic in our channel. Okay, so the sentence is Je lis le livre, which means I read the book. Now, if we have to form the imperative from it, we will take the verb first and then add the direct object pronoun. So it will become lis le, means read it. But if we are using it in negation, we will place the direct object pronoun before the verb, as we do with pronominal verbs e and on. So if you have to say don't drink it, it will be ne le bois pas in imperative. But if we are using a proper direct object, we will just take the verb in between ne pas and add the direct object after that. For example, to say don't drink the milk, we will say ne bois pas le lait. Now this part is really important in imperative, that there are some verbs which don't use the present tense in imperative. These verbs are irregular and have their separate conjugation which need to be memorized. The first one is être, and the conjugations of être in imperative is soit, soyons and soyez. Second one is avoir, and the conjugation of avoir is est, ayons and ayez. Third one is savoir, and the conjugation of savoir are sache, sachons and sachez. Fourth one is vouloir, and the conjugation of vouloir are veuille, voulons and veuillez. Fifth one is pouvoir, and the conjugation of pouvoir are puis, puissions, puissiez. Whenever you will use these verbs in imperative, you are going to use these conjugations and not the present tense one. In the end, let's do a detailed exercise to understand it more clearly. So the first sentence is tu parles doucement, means you speak softly. If you have to say it as an instruction, first we will take the verb which is parle, and in er verbs we drop the s, and the instruction is of speaking softly, so we will add doucement here. So it becomes parle doucement, means speak softly. Second sentence is vous avez du courage, means you have some courage. Now here we are using avoir, and avoir has its separate conjugation for imperative, so we are going to take that here. For the vous form, the conjugation is ayez, and then we will add the instruction of having some courage, which is du courage. So it becomes ayez du courage, means have some courage. The third sentence is vous vous asseyez ici, means you sit here. Now it's a pronominal verb, and to form imperative, we will place the reflexive pronoun after the verb. So it becomes asseyez-vous ici, means sit here. Fourth sentence is tu ne regardes pas le téléphone, means you are not looking at the phone. Now to form a negative imperative of this sentence, we will place the verb in between ne pas and then add the direct object after that. So it will become ne regarde pas le téléphone, means don't look at the phone. The fifth sentence is nous ne nous disputons pas, means we are not arguing. So here we have negative pronominal verb, and in negation we don't change the place of the reflexive pronoun. So it will be ne nous disputons pas, means don't argue. The last sentence is tu prends le livre, means you take the book. Here we have direct object which is le livre, and to convert it in direct object pronoun, first we are going to take the verb which is prend, and after it we are going to add the direct object pronoun which is le, and it signifies the direct object which is le livre. So it becomes prends le, means take it.
So this was all for today's video. I hope that you were able to understand everything clearly, and even if you have any doubts, you can drop it in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.